Jungkook, the infamous mafia boss of Seoul, was known for his cool demeanor, sharp shoes, and an even sharper tongue. He was the kind of man who could make grown men tremble with just a glance. His reputation preceded him, ruthless, calculating, and utterly heartless. But today, Jungkook was facing a challenge that even he could not intimidate. A 22 years old, bubbly, chaotic, and utterly childish girl named Vine. Vine was the daughter of a rival mafia boss and their families had been at war for years. But when her father's empire crumbled, Jungkook saw an opportunity to merge their priorities. The only catch, he had to marry her to seal the deal. Jungkook sat in his dimly lit office, his fingers stapled as he stared at the girl sitting across from him. She was swinging her legs under the chair, humming a tune and playing with a pink fidget spinner. So let me get this straight. One sat popping a bubblegum bubble. You want to marry me to like untie our mafia families or whatever? Is not that like super old schools? Are we in a kingdom or something? Jungkook's eyes twitched. This is not a joke. This is business. Business comes in as one sad, rolling her eyes. You could have just, I don't know, send me a food basket or something. But no, you had to go all. I'm the mafia boss. Bow down to me and propose marriage. Classic Jungkook. Jungling forward, his voice low and dangerous. Listen here, little girl. This is not a proposal. This is a demand. You will marry me, and you will do it without complaining. Van gasped dramatically, clutching her chest. Oh no, the big bad mafia boss is threatening me. Whatever shall I do? She pushed and grinned. Fine, I will marry you. But on one condition. Jungkook raised an eyebrow, and what might that be? You have to let me plan the wedding. Jungkook groaned. This was going to be a long engagement. If Jungkook thought Wang would take the wedding planning seriously, he was seriously mistaken. The first sign of trouble came when she showed up to their first meeting wearing a unicorn one side and carrying a glittery notebook. Okay, so I was thinking once I flip into a notebook, the theme should be like Enchanted Forest meets Barbie Dream House. Lots of pink sparkles and maybe a live unicorn. Jungkook pinched the bridge of his nose. No, no unicorn. Fine, how about the llama? Llamas are cute. No llamas. You are no fun, Van pouted. Fine, no animals, but we are definitely having a bubble machine and a cotton candy stand. Oh, and a bouncy castle. Jungkook stared at her, wondering how he had gotten himself into the mess. This is a mafia wedding, not a children's birthday party. Warren gasped, excuse you, Mr. Grumpy Pants, this is my wedding too, and I want it to be fun. Besides, when was the last time you had cotton candy? You look like you have no smile since 2015. Jung opened his mouth to argue, but then closed it. He could not remember the last time he would had cotton candy or a smile for that matter. Fine, he said of gritted teeth, bubble machine and cotton candy, but no bouncy castle. Wild squealed and threw her arms around him. Yay, you are the best fake fiancé ever. Jungkook froze. He was not used to physical attention, especially from someone as chaotic as Vine. But for some reason, he did not hate it. The day of the wedding arrived and Jungkook was already regretting his life choices. The venue was a pink and gold nightmare with glittery streamers, balloons, and a literal bubble machine. The guests, mostly mafia members, looked equally horrified. Vine, on the other hand, was in her element. She walked down the aisle wearing a poofy pink dress that made her look like a walking cupcake. Her pocket was made of lollipops and she was grinning from ear to ear. Jago stood at the altar wearing his usual black suit and a skull. He could not believe this was his life. The ceremony was a disaster from start to finish. One insisted on writing her own vows, which included lines like, I promise to share my snacks with you even if you are super grumpy all the time. When it was Jungkook's turn, he simply said, I vote to tolerate you. The reception was even worse when tagged Jungkook onto the dance floor for a choreographed routine to a K-pop song. He tried to resist, but she was surprisingly subtle for someone as small. Smile, Jungkook, while sad, twirling around him. You are supposed to be having fun. This is the opposite of fun, Jungkook muttered, but he could not help the smile that kept onto his face. Life after the wedding was interesting to say the least. While moving to Jungkook's penthouse, bringing with her an army of stuffed animals, a collection of rainbow slippers, and a never-ending supply of snacks. Jungkook's one pristine home was now a colorful choice of glitter, candy wrappers, and random knickknacks. He tried to maintain his tough guy image, but it was heaven while was constantly dragging him into her shenanigans. One night, as they sat on the couch watching a cartoon, Jungkook realized something. He was happy for the first time in years. He felt something other than anger or indifference. Vine had somehow warmed her way into his cold, dead heart and brought it back to life. Hey Jungkook, why is Ash snuggling up to him? Do you think we will ever fall in love for real? Jungkook looked down at her, his expression softening. Maybe we already have. Vine, oh, that's so cheesy. I love it. And for once, Jungkook did not mind the joke because with Vine by his side, life was never boring. The end.